and we're going to talk about Finland real quick. Finland's representatives this year is going to be Darude, the DJ from the 2000s, and Sebastian Rejman, who's going to provide the vocals, right? And they just have released their second potential entry called Superman.
'Cause only you can make me fly like I'm Superman. When I need a hero, you'll be my hero. When I feel the darkness, you'll be the light.
In case you don't know how it works, just like last year, the act was chosen internally by the broadcaster, and now they release one song every week. Last year they released "Release Me," funny enough, and then this week it's Superman, and then next week we have another song, and then the juries and the televoters will get to vote on them. Same thing happened last year.
You make me feel like this, hard to
Saving the day this time on numerous occasions sees a more traditional dance track structure and a slight sample of the harsh synths prominent in Darude's mega hit Sandstorm that you can kind of pick up there as well. So we want to talk about this song and how we feel about if it's a better choice, a worse choice, if the winner is yet to come about this one. And Sebastian, you listened to the song. What are your thoughts?
Right now I'm on the team Superman. At this very moment, of course, we are waiting for the third song, so maybe the third song will just change the game. But at this point, I think that in general, Superman have more chances to just go ahead on the Eurovision Song Contest. Release Me was really good song in Darude style, so I have nothing against the song at all. Even if some verses, even if some lyrics are taken out from the song Release Me, recorded 10 years ago by a singer called Agnes. She's from Sweden.
Oh, Agnes, I know. Carlson, yes, yeah.
Oh, great. So you remember? Okay, yeah. So some lines and some elements from this song was taken to this song also, which is also a funny story at all. But Superman has this kind of catchy, cool party style rhythm with this humorous video clip, and with the sandstorm bites some way somehow just appears from the 10-minute 2 or 2-minute 3. It's some kind of way how to introduce Darude to the Eurovision public, and also just bring the sandstorm vibes some way somehow. So right now, if in the end of the day Superman will win it and go to the Eurovision, I will be satisfied. I will be very okay with the songs because it's fun. So we also need some fun on the Eurovision. So I really like the way to just provide this fun by this kind of songs.
Yes. The song itself, I agree, has a lot of potential when it comes to staging and just making it one of the more, I wouldn't call it a comic relief per se, but certainly a little bit less, serious. And we need that at Eurovision for sure. Now listen to all the songs, and I like Superman better as well than Release Me. I feel as it's a little bit more memorable. It has a little bit more of a hook, and it's just, I think, overall, a song that I think is more in the Darude style. Release Me didn't feel that way. It feels less Darude. And that being said, I'm still a little worried about this one because the song just doesn't want to stick enough in my head. I listened to it twice now, and I'm still having trouble remembering the melody. And that is usually a bad sign for me. If you don't remember the melody, that is definitely a problem. And also, neither of the songs are good and qualifies. They seem very generic and boring. It's, of course, subjective, that kind of statement, but I hear what you're saying. I am a little worried that these songs, if it's Superman, I would be like, okay, yeah, it's a fine song, but it's not a fantastic song. And I feel as they're a little bit behind in time. And some people, Sebastian, brought up Poland, actually, interesting enough, 2018, which to some people has like a little bit EDM style-ish, a little bit, not quite, but a little. It's not quite the same, but it certainly has that kind of feel to it. I see what they're coming from. And that didn't quite work. Do you think this could be a potential situation with Finland as well?
We never know. I understand people who brought Poland from last year because we also have a DJ who have singer from Sweden.
Yeah.
It sounds really familiar, isn't it?
I know, right?
So yeah.
Deja vu.
Deja vu all over the time.
It's going to be the third song. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but of course it's possibility that it won't work out for sure. it's EDM, so I just can't remember so much Eurovision song based on EDM style for sure. So
it's
also
difficult to stage that kind of music as well on Eurovision. It's
exactly
more like a club music, more like but not like, it's tough to really envision that on the Eurovision stage.
Exactly. When he was a DJ going through the concert, have his console on the middle of the stage, and he have the audience who are really bumped into EDM style. It's much more easier. It's much more different scenario than the Eurovision Song Contest.
Mm-hmm.
When he will have in front of him thousands of people who are not maybe likely to the Finland song at all or EDM. So fact of the matter is, it's gonna be really huge test for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Darude already doing everything what he can, just simply what he can, to introduce himself as a sandstorm creator and just find his way, his own path to just fighting with this with his own legend.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it will work out for him very well, and also for Finland. I think that Finland need to have some kind of new vibe, this moment of fresh air, of breath, and advance to the final
mm-hmm.
with the good style, with the good points. Because I'm not really surprised that Monsters go way low down on the final in Lisbon. I think that Domino will do much more better last year.
That's what I said. I got ripped apart when I said that, because Monsters had the hype train behind it, right? Big time. Like, yeah. Domino's to me is just more of a more mass appeal to me. Yes, it's not the most innovative song, but it reminded me of some music that I'm familiar with, like Miley Cyrus, and it just was the music that would have done much better. So we have to wait and see what's going to happen here. Now, everyone in the chat who wants to take part, type in, which one do you like better, Release Me or Superman? Put it in there, and then we'll see what who's the winner based on the chat here. We'll see how that's going to happen here. So, do you think the winner is yet to come in Finland? Do you think we have a winner?
Probably yes. But right now it's just making castles in the sand. So we will see how it goes on the very final.
Okay, yeah, I have to see. Like, I feel as it's still to come. I feel as they're working their way up. Okay, so we say Release Me, Superman, Release Me, Superman, neither. Okay, that doesn't help. Superman, Release Me, Superman, both suck.
Both suck.
Superman. Oh, yeah. So it seems, okay, got it. It's mostly, if people have to pick, Superman, I think, is currently the slight leader there. Again, I understand saying, like, I don't think either of them would be the right choice for Eurovision. And it's unfortunate, because it feels as, last year, granted, Sarah Alto was fresh off the was it X Factor train, so there was big hype around her. It seems that there's a little less interest this year in Finland. It seems a bit less of a situation. Do you agree?
Yeah, but we need to remember that Darude doesn't be a music shows competitor, and he never just ended up in most of the shows on the second place.
That is true.
Sarah Alto also was second from the last position, but fact of the matter is maybe he will have more luck than her.
I know.
Maybe.
That is true. So that is what they're saying. Okay, so we have to wait and see. I'm hoping the winner is yet to come. If it has to be one of these two, I would pick Superman. And Sebastian, obviously, it just said